Once these terminals go in, most people have no idea how to get them back out without breaking something. Unless you actually understand how they work. Welcome back to Connector Academy. These are mini-fit junior connectors. You've probably seen them and don't even realize it. These 4.2mm pitch connectors are used everywhere. Power supplies, ECUs, aftermarket harnesses. They're compact, fairly high current, and designed to pack a lot of circuits into a small space. But they're also very easy to mess up if you don't understand the details. This is what you'll need moving forward. A crimper, a depinning tool, and now let's take a look at these housings and terminals. Closely observe that the male and female terminals don't have the retention tangs at the same depth. This is done on purpose, so they can't go into each other's housings. They only fit in the housing they belong to. Other than that, they are typical open barrel terminals where one set of teeth grabs the insulation and one set of teeth grabs the conductor. The female terminals go in the male housings. They look like this. The male terminals go in the female housings, just like this. Here's an example of a male terminal trying to be forced into a male housing. It simply will not go in, no matter how hard you try. As you've noticed in the video, the terminal is actually deforming over just clicking in, and just falls right out. You can notice those small tangs at the top of the female housing. Those help align the terminal when it's inserted. Here you can also see the tiny reliefs for the retention tangs to hold the terminal in place. The male housing is very similar, but different enough to keep a male terminal from being able to engage. Here's a common depinning tool for these. It has a plunger on top that ejects the terminal. The way this works is quite clever. As the terminal pushes in on the spring-loaded pin, the plunger then forces the terminal out. Luckily I have a semi-transparent connector, so we can see this in action. Notice the two main pins of the depinning tool slide down to engage the two side tangs. And it takes a second here, but wait for it. You'll see the terminal pop right out. Let's learn how to crimp these. First we need to just strip a wire. This crimper that I'll be using, as you can tell, goes from 16 gauge all the way to 30 gauge. You need only to use A, B, C, or D as the appropriate place to crimp the wire. All the terminals are the same, so it's based on the wire size itself. Here's the brand and model number of crimper used in this demonstration. It's just a common ratcheting crimper, and the release if you made a mistake is inside. Let's get that terminal in this orientation. The wire enters from the labeled side. Apply some pressure with the ratcheting action so it stays still. Let's get the wire inside now. We'll check the back side to see if the copper is sticking through the correct amount. Because this is a male terminal, we know we can put in a female housing. Let's go ahead and do that next. And this is how they look when they're properly inserted. And because this is one of the few depinning tools that's actually kind of fun, let's pop it right back out of there. So now you're all set. Don't forget to like and subscribe. The reason why I've got these connectors on the channel is because this terrible looking harness is part of a power door lock situation in the build series. We aren't there yet on the build series, but keep an eye out for when this comes into play.